Hi Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, welcome. If you are new here, my name is Cameron. I go by Cam the Stitcher here on Flosstube and on Instagram. And this is a channel about cross stitch. It is a channel where I talk about crafting, crochet sometimes, all the things. I have so much cross stitch to talk about today that I'm a little nervous of how long this video is gonna be, but we're gonna see. I've just been like hip hopping around on projects, and that's just kind of the mood I'm in, and it just be like that sometimes, you know what I mean? So I have lots of whips to show you. I have some finishes, I have a little bit of stitchy kindness, some haul. Hopefully I remembered everything. I have a little bit of crochet to show you, and I think that's it. So I am gonna go ahead and start with the finishes. So the first one was completely unplanned, but my friend Marjorie over at Marjorie Made here on Flosstube and on Instagram, she does a thing called Pick-a-Whip, and she pulls a prompt on the 1st and the 15th of every month, and that prompt then like encourages you to pick something that falls within that prompt, like pick a whip, like it's, yep, there we go. Pick a whip that falls under that prompt, and you gotta make your own goals. Like it could be, you know, I want to do 500 stitches. It could be I want to work on this for one day, you know, whatever works, right? So the prompt was, I think it was a 2022 whip was the prompt. Now I can't remember. I think that's what the prompt was. And I picked this, I have it right here. I picked 1844 Lady Man by Bendy Stitchy. I got this when it was released at Market in 2022, and I started it. I was not planning on finishing this, but when I pulled it for Pick-a-Whip, I was like, you know what? I think I had people vote on it. I don't remember. And I decided, I was like, you know what? This is close enough to a finish. If I dedicate a few days, I can get this done. So that's what I did. And here it is. It's so cute. So I stitched this on the called for linen, which was a 28 count Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim. I stitched it with the called for DMC, 2 strands over 2. And yeah, it is very cute. I did, there are beads called for his jacket, and I ended up just grabbing some at Michael's like a long time ago. They're not necessarily like the called for. I think they call for, actually I have no idea. But it was very easy to just find some small beads to put on there. The last time you saw it, I really only had the Lady Man in, and then the house motif. And I had just started the grass. So when I picked this up, I finished the grass because those are all done in half stitches, going different directions to kind of create like a super fun texture. So that went by really fast, which was nice and encouraging. And then I did the dog, finished off the words and the date, and then I did the butterflies last, and it was a blast. I love it so much. I think I have this will fit in an 8x10 frame. I have a little bit of a bigger frame, but I have enough margin that I feel like I could frame it in that, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna have to figure it out. So yeah, that was a Pick-a-Whip finish. Very happy. That's one of my oldest whips, 2022. So I am very satisfied with my progress on that. I am sending this to my friend Marjorie because she really wants to stitch this. So I'm happy to pass that along. And then the next finish that I have, the last finish I have, was planned. This is the 3rd Day of Christmas by Hello from Liz Matthews. I'm stitching all of the trees along with my friend Bridget, the museum stitcher, who is stitching all of the samplers. We are doing every other month we're finishing we have a schedule, okay? Every other month we're finishing a day of Christmas and trying to keep up with that so that by the year 2025, once all of them are released, we will be on track and we will have them all done. So I'm really excited. And we're on it. Bridgen knocked hers out, her third day of Christmas. She knocked that out early in April, I think like the first week. And she showed that on her channel if you want to go check her out. She's doing all of the samplers on one piece of linen, I believe like a 46 count, like white, you know, neutral linen. And I love it so much. And I had put mine away and I was like, but she kicked my butt in gear. And I finished the third day just yesterday. So again, I'm doing all of the trees. I'm doing them all on different colors of 36 count linen. I love it. So I'm stitching all of them with one strand of the called for DMC. The only things I changed on this one was instead of 310, I used 3021, which is like my favorite. And then for the snowflakes, I made them blue just cause I just liked the look of it. So that's what I did. And yeah, I'm so excited. I did not leave myself like a ton of margin on the sides, but it's fine. I'll figure it out. I think I'm gonna finish these all at once. I'm gonna have like a day where I finish all of them. We're gonna see how that works out, but I'm excited. So third day is done. We are on to the fourth day. I'm gonna start it this month just to like get some stitches in, but we don't need to have the fourth day finished until, what is it, June, the end of June. Now Bridgen she left us room for 2 of the days of Christmas. We could take 3 months to do them. And we figured out, I like did the math, and I think her 4th day of Christmas sampler has the most stitches out of all of them for her. And the 4th day tree for me has like one of the least amount of stitches. So she might need 3 months to finish her 4th day. If that is the case, I'm gonna finish mine within the 2 months, but then I'm gonna start another day of Christmas, not the 5th day, but I think like the 6th or 7th or something. That's, I think, one of my most amount of stitches, so that we can like take the same 3 month long period of time at the same time, if that makes sense. It's complicated. Don't worry about it. We'll let you know when we get there. But I just want to keep on pace with her. I don't want to finish, like, I don't want to move on. I don't want to finish the 4th day of Christmas and then move on to the 5th day of Christmas and like be ahead of schedule from her. I want to like, I'll hop around so that I'm staying with her on that. So yeah, that's the 3rd day, and let me show you, just for fun, because I can. Here is the 2nd day that I showed, maybe not last video, but the video before that. I love this one. Oh, sorry, these are, okay, this is stitched on 36 count hibiscus linen by Fiber on a Whim. This is 36 count ivy. And then this is the 1st day of Christmas. This is 36 count, oh God, Heritage by Picture This Plus. Yes. There we go. These are so hard to show. I will eventually cut them down and everything, but for now, this is like the easiest way to show you. But yeah, if you're not new here, you already know this, but I am going to finish these all as like 3D tree shaped pillow sort of things. And then I'm going to string them all up on a fancy garland. And I'm really excited about it. Obviously in order, so, oh. But yeah, 3 days are done. I have to say they look gorgeous together. Most of them I'm doing on Fiber on a Whim. I only have this first one on Picture This Plus. I'm hoping that they come out to the same size. Here's the thing, if they don't, like, it's still gonna look good. I really don't care. So it's all good, but we'll see. Okay, so this is the whip that I worked on. I just pulled it out because I felt like it, because this has been a joy for me to stitch on. And I got a little bit more progress from the last time I showed you. So again, this is the first part, or the first pattern in the club. I love it. So the last time I showed you, I had all of the black spots done. So when I picked it up, I did more of this white stitching. I started the log. I did more of this huge block of stitching. And then I finished out the trees, and I started this bottom border section as well. This is stitched on the called for 32 count Silver Moon linen by Zweigart. And yeah, I just really like it. And I have a new plan. Love to make a plan, love to make a system. I have a new system of how I'm going to still get some progress on these 2024 starts with all of the other monthly goals that I have. So I'll tell you about that later. But anyways, the next thing I'll show you is, well, I'm very excited about it, okay? I posted this on Instagram. So if you follow me there, you'll have seen my progress so far. This is the Deadly Aquarium Stitch Along by Lola Crow Cross Stitch. This is a SAL that just started, I believe, the second week in April. She released the frame. We have a month to stitch the frame before the first part comes out. So I showed you guys last time the fabric that I'm stitching on. This is a 32 count Dreamy linen by Mystic Fabrics. And here we go. There's my progress. I did iron this, but it's, well, I didn't iron the bottom, you can see that, but still a little wrinkly. This is gorgeous. I'm doing 2 strands of the called for DMC. I'm finishing all of the DMC 310 first on this, and then I'm gonna color complete with the rest of the colors. I think there's over 6,000 stitches in the frame itself. So if you break that up, if you do about 1,000 stitches a week, you are good to go. I think I'm past 1,000 stitches already. So I got decent progress. I'll take it. I would like to get more though. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep working on that. I am determined to get the frame done before the first part comes out. That's what I did with both of her other SALs that are behind me. And it just makes it a lot easier to keep up with the weekly schedule. She does give you a couple of Fridays off where there is no new release, so you can catch up, which is nice. So if you're interested, there's still plenty of time to stitch that frame and join. I love her stitch alongs. I have both of the past ones done and framed behind me. Like, I love them a lot. So I really highly suggest joining if you're into that type of style. The next thing I'll show you, this is a new start. It was very impromptu. I saw it and I found a new designer. So I can't remember, oh my gosh, off the top of my head. Their Instagram is Jed X Stitch, I swear. I wanna say. I will put their Etsy in the description box because I really suggest going to check out their Etsy shop. Not only do they have like a little bit of nerdy stuff, but they also have some like really beautiful patterns and really unique patterns. And a lot of them are on my wish list, but one that I had to buy was, I think it's called Dragonborn, and it's like a Skyrim sampler. And I've talked about Skyrim before. It is my favorite video game of all time. I was in high school when it came out in 2012, and every single day after school, instead of doing my homework or doing anything responsible, I would go downstairs and play Skyrim for hours, as much as I possibly could. So I spent probably like at least 40% of the year of when I was 16 and 17, I would say, playing this game. I still play it to this day. I have it on my Switch. I still have my old copy on my PS3. I love this game. So the pattern is gorgeous. They also give you a couple of swap out options. So instead of the mushrooms, they give you an option to stitch the death bell, which I'm gonna do. And then they give you about 3 quote options as well. But they also give you an alphabet, which is awesome. So you can put your own quote in there. I had to start this, okay? So I'm stitching this on a 40 count Bestitch Me fabric in the colorway Boneyard. Yeah. And I'm stitching it with this Dying for Sass overdyed cotton that I got called Edgar. And it's this like really beautiful teal to black. And so you can see the variegation. It's so pretty. I'm so excited. Stitching with 1 strand. This is 40 count again. Yeah. My partner Connor, like, he also loves this game, and so he was really excited about this. So I really want to finish it and have like a whole nerd wall for things like this. And not only is this like, obviously I love it because it's about Skyrim, but it's also just a beautiful sampler. So yeah, that was a new start, very impromptu. We're not going to talk about the low starts year, the intentions that I had. I'm not going to discuss it any further. I'm having fun and I'm living my life and everything's cool. So I was excited to start that, and yeah, that's all I'll say. The next thing I also started because here's the thing. My friends, the Seattle Stitcher, Megan, she has this as a whip. My friend Marjorie has this as a whip. And my friend Bridget, the museum stitcher, has this as a fully finished item. It is Good Intentions by Kathy Barrick. I have been wanting to start this since I think before Bridget finished hers. I love it, but I was like, well, I really want to do like my own colors. I want to pick like, you know, colors that more represent me. And I just like, I waffled around with it and then I never started it. Well, I was inspired because I think it was Marjorie and Megan were pulling theirs out. And I was like, oh, I need to start that. So I pulled colors from my overdyed stash. I got some linen that I was not using anymore for a project that I UFO'd, and I started it. So, and this was only 1 night of stitching. Like, I went ham. So I'm stitching this on a 36 count piece of aged paper linen. I don't know who the dyer is. I got this from 123 Stitch like a long time ago. And I'm doing it with a combination of Color and Cotton, Classic Colorworks. I think that's it. Maybe some Gentle Arts in there. I don't remember. But yeah, so I'm doing this like nice teal color. I put in Vindaloo. I used Maddie from Kitty Stitch. She has a cat conversion for this. It is originally charted as a dog. I threw in a purple, a nice gross yucky green that I love, a navy blue, and then I have some like neutrally browns to just do the spools with, and I love it. I love it. I don't know if you can see it better there. I don't know if it's like so nice and bright outside, but it's hard sometimes with the lighting. Yeah, I really, really love it. So yeah, I had UFO'd this, one of the snowman patterns, and I ended up actually selling all of my patterns from the snowman collector. I loved them, but I made a decision. I was like, I'm never gonna stitch these. This isn't calling to me. So anyways, I am using this linen for Good Intentions. I love it. The next whip I'm gonna show you, this is one of my monthly goals that I am working on with my friend Bridget. We both want to finish the Vanity Sampler by Hello from Liz Matthews by the end of this year. I do have the cover photo. Almost forgot about that. Hold please. Here it is. Okay, so this is the vanity sampler. I'm using my own colors. We call it the Victorian Goth conversion. And I'm stitching this on 36 count brown sugar by Fiber on a Whim. 1 strand of DMC over 2. Woo. Yay. So there is my progress. I haven't quite finished my monthly goal this month, but I've got a good portion of it. I am going to keep working on this a little bit more this month. I need about, I think, 1,000 more stitches in this, and then I'll feel good about it. So I did more of the words, and then I kind of got bored of the word stitching, so I went down here, did more of the border, and then started doing some of these little doodads. And again, I did iron the stitched part of this, but let me show you without the board. Sometimes I don't know if the board is like super helpful or not, but oh, the colors are so gorgeous. If you are interested in my color conversion, it is posted on Instagram, but if you can't find it, DM me, and if you're not on Instagram, email me, camthestitcher@gmail.com, and I will send it to you. We got our cat, Vindaloo, we got her a brand new scratching board, so she's very excited. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep working on this month, and I will show it to you again next time. Of course, we're making our way through. I think I'm over 30% with this total, I think. I don't know. I'm really excited though. I'm glad that it is really nice having a friend to push along your goal stitching with. Okay, the next thing I worked on, I chose this last night. It's for Marjorie's Pick-a-Whip. I don't know if she's posted the Pick-a-Whip yet. She was out of town like on the 15th when she was supposed to post, and I can't remember if she posted or not. But one of the benefits of being her friend is I do get insider information, and I do know the Pick-a-Whip before it's posted. So I'm not going to say what the Pick-a-Whip is. I'm not going to say what the prompt is, but I am going to show you what I worked on, which will not give it away because the prompts are obviously like, they're all different. So anyways, I put all of the contenders in a wheel and I spun it instead of having Instagram vote. And this is what I worked on. This is All Are Equal in Death by Modern Folk Embroidery. And that is my progress. So I'm stitching this with 2 different Mose Sales silks. This one is a variegated like green to purpley pink for all of the vines. And then this is just, I think it's called hot cocoa or something like that, or coffee, I don't remember. But it's just like a nice pinky cream color that I'm doing for the words, and then obviously the coffin and the little skeleton guy himself. And this is stitched on a 36 count piece of Earth by Fiber on a Whim. Can you tell Fiber on a Whim is my favorite? It's true. I love the look of this. So I'm not quite done with my Pick-a-Whip goal. I like to get about 500 stitches in. That's like, it depending on like what I pick, right? So when I picked out Lady Man, I was like, I can get this to a finish. So I made that my goal. For this one, I just want to get a solid 500 stitches in. Pick-a-Whip is just like a fun way for me to stitch on stuff that's not within my monthly goals, not on my Whip Go board, or to get more progress on one of those. Like, it just depends. So I was happy to pull this out. I'd only stitched on it, I think, for 1 day before this. So the next thing I will show is a new start. I started this with my friend Marjorie. I rejoined the Witchy Stitchers Patreon because of these nostalgic tarot cards. So we started, I believe it was the Lovers, the one with the aliens on it first. I'm stitching this on 16 count black Aida, and that is my start. I would say it's not that much, but honestly, all the color changes, like, this is pretty good, pretty decent. I love it. Very colorful, very fun, very easy to stitch on. I love stitching on black Aida. and I haven't in a while. I think I've finished a lot of my black Ada projects. They're like up on my walls. That's why I haven't stitched on it in a while. So it was nice to get this out. So yeah, that was a kind of planned, kind of not planned new start. The next two things I'm gonna show you are kind of fails a little bit in a way. So I tried to do one strand a day on one of, I think, my oldest whip of all time. Yes. This is the 2022 Modern Folk Embroidery Stitch Along. I can't remember the name of it. It is a Dutch sampler, reproduction sampler, and the name of it is the girl who stitched it, who is it's a very Dutch name. Starts with an E. I started this when the Sal started in 2022. It is my oldest whip. It's on a big piece of 32 count Zweigart linen that I tea-dyed myself. I'm stitching it with one strand of DMC 310. And this is what it looks like. I put my own name in there, obviously, and I am slowly but surely getting some progress. Let me zoom you in on where I actually worked. So I put about 7 strands in this. I did about 7 days of one strand a day, and then I fell behind. I put almost all the strands just in this border. And then I came over here because I got bored of the border, and I put some more strands in there. But yeah, I don't know if strand a day is for me. We're gonna see. I don't know if it's just like, I don't know. This is also huge, and it's also just one color, which is a good thing for one strand a day, but like, I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. But I am gonna pull this out on April 28th because it's my friend Megan's birthday, and this is her favorite whip of mine. She like loves every time I pull this out. So I'm gonna work on it on April 28th all day. Just for her. She has started this as well, and I think she's doing one strand a day. And she started it like a couple months ago, maybe last year, and she's doing it on a nice neutral linen with a beautiful color and cotton floss called Cloves, I think, and it's like this ambery brown, I don't know, it's really pretty. Then I tried to do motif a week. Julie in Stitches, follow her on Instagram, go follow her on Flosstube. She's amazing. She is doing motif a week on one of her big pieces, and now I can't remember what it's called. It's the one with, it's the Rosewood Manor one with all the trees, the plants. I don't remember, but it's gorgeous. Go check her out. So I was like, well, I want to do motif a week. And also this comes from Cross Stitch Kate here on Flosstube. She talked about this earlier in the year. She has the same whip as I do, Consider the Lilies. And she was like, I need to get progress on this. So she challenged herself to stitch one motif and then one flower. I think like weekly, like every Sunday. This was gonna be like her Sunday stitch. So I'm kind of combining the two of those a little bit, and I'm going to try to do a motif a week, but I'm also going to try to put in like at least a strand or two on a flower in the border, if that makes sense. Just to like keep that going because it's a huge border. So I'm stitching this on 40 count Winter Wren by Fox and Rabbit. And I did get my first motif done, but this past week I did not pull this out again. So I need to do 2 motifs this weekend coming up to catch up. So I did this little tiny motif, and since it was so tiny, I went ahead and I put more stitches in the border. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like if the motif that comes next or that I pick is really tiny, I'll put some more work into the border. And then if the motif is like a little bit more of a monster, then I'll just do that motif within the week. And then once I get to like these, like this huge pot, like I might just make the leaves of the motif. And then the next time I pull it out, I will do the vase, if that makes sense. And then like with this tree, I'll probably do one branch at a time, you know, things like that. So I'm gonna break it up where it makes sense for me. This is very difficult to see, but I got a new lamp and I'm very excited about it. So I'm gonna show you that lamp, and I'm gonna show a clip of me using it. So this is the BenQ lamp, desk lamp, and I tried a different lamp before I got it from Amazon, and it only had one setting. It wasn't like, it didn't have a good flexibility to it where like I couldn't get it to be right on my stitching, or it would be like in my eyes, or like I couldn't get it right where I wanted it. And this BenQ lamp, it is so nice. It has different settings. It has a dial on it. And then it also has warmth settings. So you can use it for reading, you can use it for stitching, but you can also use it for like screen. So it has like a really warm orangey light to it so that it's less harsh on your eyes. But it is a must for stitching on this, stitching on really any dark linen. It's been really, really awesome. I don't get great lighting in here. We have an overhead light, but it's old school overhead lighting, and I don't like that in my space. So I always just have like little lamps and lights on, Christmas lights and things year round. And it's really hard to stitch with that, right? So the light itself is really perfect for nighttime, which is why I'm showing you a clip of me stitching at night. It really, really helps me not strain my eyes as much trying to see the holes in my stitching. If you read, this is perfect for reading at night. It also has customizable color temperature and brightness. It's got a really nice ultra wide lighting coverage with the double arm. So it's really nice and adjustable, flexible, which is really a complaint I had with my old lamp. I just couldn't get it where I wanted it in optimal position, especially if you have limited space like I do. I have a 1-bedroom apartment. I don't have a lot of room. And so this was really perfect where I can get that light exactly where I want it. So the giveaway event is going to run from April 25th to May 5th. So to participate in this giveaway, I'm going to put a link in the description box. If you click on that, take a quick quiz, and then submit the email. If you win, the winners will receive a free desk lamp from BenQ as a gift for testing, use, and hopefully to help you with that stitching or reading or whatever your hobby is. It really has helped me with my eye fatigue. I have been struggling trying to work on projects like this with really, really dark linen, 40 count. Like especially, I like to stitch at night. I know that's when most of us have free time. So it really is worth it. So I would go enter in the giveaway. Hopefully you win one of these beautiful lamps. And yeah. Okay, so the last piece of stitching I'm gonna show you, this is not something I've stitched on yet, but I finally got this in the mail. This is my round robin that was sent to me by Marjorie. It has gotten back to me. I think almost all of us have our original piece back to us by now. I'm so excited. I sent Maddie's off in the mail, I think last week or the week before. And yeah, so I have it back. This is Quaker Gardens by Hello from Liz Matthews. We all picked different floss and fabric, and we did a round robin with it. So you can see that first motif was done by me. And then, what's the next one? Oh, Marjorie? No. Oh, Maddie. I was like, wait. Okay, Maddie was the next one, then Elizabeth, then Megan, then Alexis from Alexis_My_Amazing_World, Bridgen, the museum stitcher, and then Marjorie was the last one. That's right. So now it is back to me, and I have to stitch that house. I am still undecided if I want to do the bottom border. It's gorgeous, but like, ugh, I don't know. We'll see. I think that's all of the stitching I have for you. I'm gonna quickly show you just a a quick crochet finish that I have, and then I'm gonna get into some Stitchy Kindness and like the one thing of haul. So crochet, I last Friday randomly was like, I really want a, not a bandana, is that what you call it, a bandana handkerchief type of thing for my head. Anyways, I looked up a tutorial and did it, and I did it in a day and I finished it. So this is, it was really easy. There's a bunch of free YouTube tutorials for these types of things. I mean, I actually ended up wearing this like twice this past weekend. So you just, oh, caught in my earring. Do this, you tie it, and then you make this like go down so you don't look too crazy. Let your ears pop out, you know, you get it. Anyways, it's really cute. I think I'm gonna try it with, I wanna make more of these. I wanna try it with a little bit less chunky yarn. I thought about blocking this. I've never blocked anything before, but I thought about wet blocking this to see if it made a difference. But I don't think it will. I think blocking makes a huge difference in knitting a lot, and I think blocking can make a huge difference with crochet, especially if it's like a more delicate thing of crochet, if you have like collars going on or like more intricate things going on. But for something like this, I don't really think it's gonna do anything for me to block it. And I think it looks fine on my head, so I'm gonna keep it as is. But yeah, look forward to making more of those. They're really cute for the summer. And now I'm going to show you some, well, I'll show you one piece of haul. I'm in the auto ship for the Cottage Garden Samplings houses, and I got the Hobbit house. It's so pretty. I love it. So I got that. And then one of my subscribers reached out to me. Her name's Kathy, and she was very, very kind and sent me a bunch of patterns. So I'm gonna go through them, and then I'm going to do a giveaway. So this is the first one. First of all, she made me a card, which is like, this is so fun. It's like very textured. I think it's just paint, but I love it. So yeah, she sent me a really lovely card. And then this is one of the patterns that was in there. This is Carriage House Samplings, A Year at Hawk Run Hollow. It's a big one. I love it. I love all the blocks, but I think my favorite, I don't know, I really like the June strawberry one, and then obviously I love the October one. So yeah, that was really generous of her. She also sent me this Halloween in the Woods by Twin Peak Primitives. She sent me this Witchy Stitcher pattern called Guardian of the Woods, which I actually didn't have. I have a lot of Witchy Stitcher patterns, didn't have this one for some reason. She sent me Nevermore by Leela Studio. This is a Barbara Anna Designs called Winged Dreams. I love this one. This is Little Lamb by Kathy Barrick, which I had never seen this one. Definitely love that. And then this is Falling Snow by Shannon Christine Designs. I feel like I've seen this stitched a couple of times, or as whips. It's very cool. And she also threw in a couple, I think this is a freebie. This was from Mama Witch X Stitch. And then I believe these are both from Stitchy Princess. Very cool. So I'm gonna do a giveaway for a couple of these. So I'm going to give away this Twin Peak Primitives Halloween in the Woods. So if you want to enter to win, I'm gonna have you use the word woods. Yeah, woods with an S, and your comment. Please be above the age of 18. Don't say the word giveaway, free, you know, things like that. And then, yeah, I think that's really the only rules. So yeah, if you want to enter in for this one, use the word woods. And then this one I actually have as a PDF. So I'm going to give this away. Again, this is Nevermore by Leela Studio. And if you want to enter to win this one, please use the word Raven. And again, same rules apply. So I am going to not do a whole lot of, I'm not going to do any book chat or, because this video is probably already so long, but I do want to say, I just got tickets for a music festival, like literally this morning. It was very stressful. I got tickets for a music festival that's happening in Maryland in September on my birthday weekend. And like all of my favorite artists that I'm listening to like right at this moment are gonna be there. So I'm really excited. The past like artists I've been talking about, so Chappell Roan, Lola Young, they're gonna be at this. Hosier's gonna be there. Renee Rapp. I haven't listened to Renee Rapp, so I need to kind of like, I need to explore some of these people's music, but a lot of people that I listen to already are gonna be there. Ethel Cain. That's my recommendation this week. If you love some Southern Gothic, ethereal, weird, backwoods, haunting music, go check out Ethel Cain. She is one of my favorite artists. I think she was my top artist last year in my Spotify Wrapped, so I'm really excited for that. I never do anything for my birthday. I've never been to a music festival, and I'm almost 30 at this point, so we're gonna see how that goes. I'm turning 29 in September, so we'll see. I'm excited. I got tickets. Other people are trying to get tickets, and I'm hoping that they get them and join. I did the pre-order and they sold out, so I'm hoping the people that are trying to get them get them. But anyways, at the very least, I will be going with my partner, Connor, and he has done lots of music festivals and things, so I will feel very comfortable with him. He knows what to do. I do not. So yeah, anxious about it, but it's gonna be good. June is coming up real fast, so I'll be at StitchCon Weekend A. I'm excited. And yeah, I'm going in May. I'm going to another concert. I'm going to Asheville with some of my family, which will be super fun. And then, yeah, June is StitchCon. July is nothing. I hope I have nothing going on in July. August, I'm going to the beach. And then September, my birthday, music festival, all the things. October, another stitching retreat. Yeah, it's gonna be good. My anniversary's in October. I don't know. Shaping up to be hopefully a good and fun year. I am trying to get out more and do more things. I don't like leaving my apartment, so that's a challenge, but we're doing it and we're going places. So yeah, I think that is it. I will leave you and see you next time. Also, comment below if you found me from a different channel. I'm curious. I've been on Flosstube a bit over a year now, and I'm just curious if you're new here, if you are like, if you just found me a few months ago or something, tell me who you came from. Because I'm curious. So, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna leave you at that. I'll see you next time. Bye, baby.